and I'm very honored and thankful that Drew came out here and out of his busy schedule to speak a few minutes to everybody today. So here's Drew from VPIRG.
Thanks everybody for coming out today. Appreciate seeing so many people out talking about solar powered energy. I'm Drew Hudson from the Vermont Public Interest Research Group. For about 35 years now, VPIRG has been advocating on behalf of regular folks in the state of Vermont, talking about renewable energy, shutting down our nuclear power plants, getting more independence in our energy sources, and we're excited to be in the thick of a huge fight about that right now. For those of you who were around this summer, you may have seen we had a tough day at the State House in July. Our governor vetoed one of the most progressive renewable energy bills in the country, which is a big disappointment to everybody who wanted to see this state lead the nation in the fight for clean local power. The good news is that there really is just only so long that 1/3 of the legislature and one governor can hold out against the tide of thousands of motivated Vermonters who want to see more renewable energy developed in the state. And with the help of you folks and Gary and the Solar Bus and the Dream crew and Bill McKibben and dozens of other leaders in this state, we're pushing forward on renewable energy in the state legislature this year. And we're excited to see some big prospects coming up in the next few weeks. One of the things that just scares the pants off of me when I look at Vermont's energy future is our continued reliance on the nuclear power plant, Vermont Yankee. And in a minute, Chris Williams is going to come up here and tell you some more about what's happening with that facility. But if you haven't seen the pictures, stop by the table over there with VPIRG and CAN and take a look at what 1/3 of your energy future looks like right now. It's in pieces on the ground, and it is one of the oldest nuclear power plants in the country. The good news is we got all the smarts and the gumption and the know-how we need right here in the Green Mountains to replace that source of energy and, in fact, get more of our electricity from renewable power than that facility puts out right now. VPIRG put out a report 2 summers ago called A Decade of Change. We released it just a little ways down the road from here at a facility, NRG Power Systems in Heinsberg. They're a world-leading company in the wind energy industry. And our report showed that using just the technologies we have right now, things like solar panels and also wind turbines and biomass and hydropower, we could be getting 70% of the state's electricity from clean local sources right here in Vermont in the next 10 years. All we need to be able to generate that much power from the wind and the sun and the rivers is the political will to do it. And right now, that's what we are absolutely lacking. But I have a feeling there's a big change coming, and I hope you all will be part of that. This October, you're going to have a chance to tell your government what you want to see your renewable energy future look like. The Department of Public Service is holding hearings all over the state. There's one in South Burlington on the 17th of October, not too far from here. There are other ones around the state. And you get a chance if you show up to vote on where you want to get your electricity from. So you can pick whether you want solar panels or nuclear power plants. You can pick whether you want a wind turbine or a giant coal plant right here in Richmond. You can make the decisions for once and actually tell your leaders what you want them to do. Another great event coming up in November the 3rd, is Step It Up Part 2. If you haven't heard about it already, this is the second incarnation of Bill McKibben's national efforts to get our leaders to step up and do something about global warming. There are going to be huge events in both Burlington and Battery Park and in Montpelier on the State House lawn on November 3rd. You can find out more at the website stepitup2007.org. You can stop by the table again. We've got some flyers as well. But another great chance to show up and tell your leaders what you want them to be doing. And then the last step is honestly just stay in touch. There are sign-ups all over for great groups like VPIRG and others who are doing this work year-round. And your legislators are going to vote in the next few years on whether to keep us relying on nuclear power or not, and whether we're going to build wind turbines in this state or not. And it's up to you to tell them what you want to do. So I hope you'll stay in touch. Thanks for coming out today and being involved in the Solar Jam. Stay tuned for some more great speakers and some more great music. Thanks.
All right, thanks, Drew. And